Hey student, I am teacher Prix and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. I am live with live number 15. If it's your first time watching this lesson, thank you so much for watching. This is a longer live lesson, about 40 to 50 minutes. Lots of information tonight because I want to share with you 3 grammar practice recommendations, ideas that can help you become an independent English speaker who can talk to people in English and understand people in English. If you don't know me very well, as I said, I'm teacher Prix. I have been teaching English for more than 15 years. I have been to Boston. I lived abroad. I'm also a master practitioner of neurolinguistic programming, and in my method I like to combine brain, techniques to help you unlock your mind, work on your emotions, and language skills so that you can finally achieve independence, freedom, to go anywhere, anytime, and talk to anyone. Hi, Angie, BSA. Wow, that is awesome. Now, guys, as usual, participate in the chat. It is very nice. If you want to see the slides, people on Instagram, come to YouTube. That way it is easier for you to watch the lesson, participate, because here on YouTube, you can see the slides that I have prepared with all my love for you. As usual, we have 3 hashtags so that I know who you are. If you are a newbie, if you don't know me very well, hashtag newbie. That means you have seen me very recently, you don't know me so well, so you are a newbie. If you are a regular, it means you already know me. You are familiar with my lessons. Maybe you've been watching me for a long time. Or if you are a BSA like Angie, you are a student in my program. This is my second channel. It's the channel where I only do live lessons, but I have another channel with different lessons, okay? English lessons. Now, guys, tonight I'm going to talk to you about 3 practices. 3 activities that if you do will help you become an independent English speaker. And as I have been repeating this in all my lessons, what is to be an independent English speaker? It means that you can communicate with people. If you travel abroad on a vacation, you can talk to people in English. You can ask questions. You can learn about the culture. You can understand people in English. Maybe you don't want to travel. You just want to understand movies, TV series, or TV news. Maybe you like to listen to the news in the morning while having breakfast, or read interesting books in English. So maybe that's your goal. And that's what independence will bring to you. That's what it means to be an independent English speaker. You can understand people in English and you can talk to people in English with no fear. Eliminating fear, That's what I want for you. And tonight's practice, the 3 ideas that I'm going to recommend, will involve different English skills. And connecting them will help you achieve those goals, whether it is to travel abroad, make new friends, get a better job or a promotion at work, improve your English vocabulary. Maybe you are worried about vocabulary, even though this is a video about grammar. Yes, it is about grammar, but with the right strategy, the grammar practice ideas that I'm going to recommend you will help you improve your English vocabulary, English speaking, and so much more. Now, guys, this practice of combining different skills is called an integrated practice. Why is it integrated? It means connected. You are going to combine different exercises with one purpose: to help you understand people and talk to people. Well, 2 purposes actually, but I think of them as one because that's what independence is. Speaking and understanding. That's the goal of an integrated practice. And why is this integrated practice so important? Why are these 3 ideas so important? Guys, maybe you don't like grammar. I need to do this questionnaire. Do you like English grammar? Tell me here in the chat. Hashtag yes. Let's talk. I want to talk to you guys. Hashtag yes, hashtag no. Tell me here. Alessandro, Jonatas, Do you like English grammar? Yes or no? People here on YouTube, do you like English grammar? Yes or no? You can be honest. No problems. I will take it, okay? Maguinha says yes. Awesome. I like English grammar. I must confess, okay? I like it. I'm a nerd. Vanus also likes grammar. Nerds. Lots of nerds tonight. Okay, tell me, people on YouTube, I want to know if you are a nerd who likes grammar. Berta says yes. Okay. I don't know how to say your name. You say no on YouTube. Okay, Josiel, no. Oh my God. Lucido says yes. Okay, we have mixed answers. Completely natural. Okay, the practice I'm going to recommend here will help you like grammar a little more. Not talking about liking to speak English. That was not the question. Valdeir, yes, that's good, Valdeir. You like grammar. Okay. Whether you like grammar or not, grammar is everywhere. And that's why it is so important to create better grammar study habits. Because you know, the key to English fluency, to success, independence, is in the habits you create, in the habits you build. They have the power to help you learn faster or to make you stuck. And these practices that I'm going to recommend you tonight will help you build better habits. And better habits lead to a more successful life, not just in English, but in everything we do in life. So habits are very important. In my methodology, I always emphasize the importance of habits with my students, okay? Now, not just that, as I said before, you are going to work on grammar in an integrated way. You will gradually, you will work on reading, writing, listening, speaking. And as a result, because you are including grammar the right way in your practice, you will reduce mistakes. It'll help you remember words more easily. It'll help you communicate more clearly. And also help you understand people more easily, because part of listening comprehension is connected with grammar. That's why the integration, the connection, the combination, because one skill will help you with the other. That's what English independence is. That's what confidence is, the ultimate goal, so that you can feel more confident. And confidence is an emotion. Without confidence, it is very hard to speak English. Tell me, do you feel confident to communicate in English? Tell me here, Pablo, do you feel confident? Jorge, do you feel confident? Isa, good evening. Do you feel confident to speak English? Maria, do you feel confident? Maria says yes, grammar is important. Roberto, grammar is important. Good, good. Why is and how do we get more confident? With the right practice, with the right habits. I always tell my BSA are my students, okay, my program. If you don't have the right habits, it is very difficult to be confident to speak English, okay? Let's see, remove from my video. Okay, very well. Only English here, guys. So Dora doesn't feel so confident. Oh my goodness, we can work on that. Mountain doesn't like grammar. I totally understand. Vanusa doesn't feel so confident. If you have the right study habits, it is easier to become more confident. And that's what I want to show you here. It is so important to have the right practices, because if you have the wrong ones, if you follow the wrong ones, you will not be a confident English speaker. And that's my goal with this lesson, to ultimately make you confident, so that if there's a job interview, you can do it. If there is a nice casual conversation at a party, you can do it. You know, once, many years ago, I was in church in my hometown. I was already a teacher, but I was at the beginning of my journey, okay? And I was in church in my hometown, and during the service, during the mass, okay, mass in for the Catholic, it's the celebration, the mass. During the mass, there was a foreign nun, a foreign sister. And guess what? There was nobody to translate what she was saying. She spoke English. And then they knew I spoke English. So they were like, hey, can you help us? And I was like, let's go. And I did it. Now, I was still at the beginning of my teaching journey, but imagine if I didn't have the right habits, the right study habits, I would freeze. And I know many people who have been in this situation. They are afraid to go and try because their practice is not good. And this happened in different occasions, not there in my hometown, but later in my life. That's why it is so important to have the right preparation. Otherwise, when an opportunity comes, knock, 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 you will not feel ready to talk, to try, okay? So this is very important. I loved that experience. It was so fun. The sister was very funny. And she, and you know what? She was talking about me. That's why I was embarrassed. Well, that was another point. Because she was complimenting the band. Because many years ago, I used to sing in church. And then she was complimenting the band and the girl who was singing. And it was me. So basically, I had to translate. Well, I need something to be my microphone. Okay, so basically, she's saying that I am a good singer. So she's very happy to be here, and she really likes the band, and she really likes the girl who is singing, me. So it was hilarious, to cut the story short. So it was fun. We helped her communicate. It was really nice. So you never know when you're going to need to speak. And to be confident in those situations, you need to have the right practice. Exactly, Adriano. To get the confidence level so you can go and pass a job interview, you need the right study practice, the right habits. And these habits, they are not only connected with studying English. One of them is this, okay? They are also connected with the brain, with your emotions. This is what I do in all that's basically what I do in my program. The lessons and the emotions. NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. This is something I always do with my students. They have language strategies and they have brain, emotions to help them become more confident, okay? Now, the first practice, okay? Let's get to work. And we're going to have listening. People on Instagram, you will need to come to YouTube to do the listening because you will not hear, okay? Only people on YouTube will be able to listen to the activity that I prepare. Yes, it'll be fun. It'll be very fun. Very, very fun, okay? Exactly. Vanusa wants to be a flight attendant. And flight attendants need to be independent English speakers because you guys talk to many people in many places on the plane, but everywhere. Now, guys, first practice, and we're going to do this now, okay? We're going to practice. It is going to be Teacher Prix, live hangouts. If you go to my story, you will see the link. People on Instagram, my stories. Go to my stories, you will see the last story has the link, okay? Now, the first practice that you must include in your practice is to write your grammar. I will explain, okay? Let me see my slide because I'm a little lost. I don't see very well. Oh yeah. Let's imagine that today you decide to study a little grammar, okay? Very good. Good job. And you want to study second conditional. Do you know second conditional? Just tell me #yes or #no. Berta, Erica, Dora, Mountain, Maria, Roberto. Let's see who else. Participate in the chat, then I can say your name. People here, Maria, Claudio, Miro. Claudio, Miro. Do you know second conditionals? This is a grammar lesson, okay? Vanusa, now on Instagram, great. So do you know conditional, second conditional? Just tell me hashtag yes or hashtag no, okay? Let's see. Dora doesn't know, so this is a good lesson for you, Dora. Maria says yes. Okay, we're gonna practice today. You're gonna learn a little. Carol says yes. Very good, very good. Berta, no. Good lesson for you to watch. I have it on my channel, my other channel, okay? So what should your practice be like? Maybe you are going to watch a lesson. On my YouTube channel, I have a lesson about second conditional. So writing your grammar means that you watch the lesson, you take some notes, some explanations, but after that, as soon as you finish that moment, maybe reading the lesson or watching the lesson, you have to create examples. Pay attention. Forget the grammar exercises in the books, okay? Grammar exercises, no, forget them, okay? Forget them. If you want to do them, okay. But I want to make grammar more fun, more exciting. So what I'm saying here, write examples. I mean, you are going to create examples. About whom? About what? About yourself, about your life. That's how you include grammar in your study practice to become independent, to build your confidence. Guys, pay attention. You will only become confident if in your practice you include things that are connected with the most important person in the room, yourself. If when you're studying English, you never connect your practice with things about your life, things that you enjoy, things that you're interested in, nice stories about yourself, how are you going to become that confident person? Just a few minutes ago, I told you my story in church, how I spoke English. I am connecting English with my life. That's how you do it. So in this practice, you're going to write your grammar. So here you are connecting two skills. Grammar is a skill, and writing, and the emotions. Thinking about myself, the most important person in the room. I'm connecting English with my life. And we are going to do this now, okay? We're going to have a short practice. This is what I do with my babies. In the academy, my online program, I call my students BSA, baby sardine in the area, fish in the ocean, because sardines stay together, okay? That's why I call my students sardines, because we swim together in the direction of fluency. So there are many lessons in my program. But in my academy, I like to play with my baby's imagination, okay? They have like detective stories, they have like travel stories, gossip, emotional intelligence. And in one lesson, I want to play with my baby's imagination. So they have one entire lesson designed to work on second conditional. But just doing grammar exercises? No. They connect the grammar with their imagination and what they would do. Because what is the second conditional? Quick explanation here, okay? The second conditional makes you imagine something that is not possible or not real in your present. So you imagine, if I met Tom Cruise, I would be so happy. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible at all. It's impossible for my present. I honestly don't believe I will ever meet Tom Cruise. So I use the second conditional to talk about that. Now, what is the question here? And I ask my babies to do this in the academy. They have a lesson to work on this, and I play with the imagination. What would you do if you had $1 million? What would you do? Huh? Now I ask you this question, and I want you to write here, what would you do? I want you to answer, I would And then tell me the action. I would travel, like Irina. She would travel. Good for you. Do you know where? Remember, play with your imagination, Irina. Would you travel all over Europe? Would you travel where? Where would you go? Okay? So that's what you need to think about. Okay? So what would you do if you had $1 million? I want to know. Alexandre, hello. What would you do if you had $1 million? Vanusa, what would you do? Erica, what would you do? Angelina, Roberto. Let's see, Eric. Who else? Diva, what would you do if you had $1 million? I want to know. So Irina would go to South Asia. Wonderful. That's nice. No Portuguese, please. English only. So Eric I would buy a great car. Excellent. What car? Remember, imagination. Would you buy a Lamborghini? Would you buy a Porsche? I would buy a Porsche. I would totally buy a Porsche. But this is actually not imaginary. This is my goal. One day, mark my words. One day, I will get a freaking Ferrari, no, a freaking Porsche, and I will show you pictures. One day. Berta, I would travel all over the world. Wonderful. Alexandre, I would buy a farm and bring some people from Ukraine and build some houses for them. That's great. Maria, if I were rich, I would spend my time traveling to the Maldives Island. Excellent. Very good. So you see, what are we doing here? Emotions. I am playing with your imagination. How do I know? Well, I have a master certification in neuro-linguistic programming. What is this? I know techniques to work on your mind, to work on your emotions, okay? That way, I help you become more confident. I help you open yourself to English. That's why it is so important to connect with your life. Maguinha would travel to the US. Denise wouldn't work anymore. Okay? He would invest in business. Alexandre would invest in businesses to hire more people. Cor would build a company. So you see, but details, more details. Eric, you would buy a Toyota car. Good, you would buy a Toyota car. So you see, the more specific you are, the more confidence you're building because you're giving something real to your brain, okay? It's not just a boring book example. It's your life, and your life is important. Your life is not boring. Your dreams, your plans. That's how you write your grammar. By connecting with something important. Valdeir, I would travel all around the world. Good. Then be more specific. First, I would go to Egypt. Then I would go to the United States. Then I would go to Paris. Be specific because you're talking about your life. It's not just a grammar example anymore. Okay? Obviously, if I had enough money, I would only work for myself and to help stray animals like stray dogs and stuff. Excellent. Eric, I would open my own business for real. What business? You know, a cooking, a restaurant. What would you open? See, imagination. This is connected with neuro-linguistic programming. Very advanced strategy to help you connect learning and emotions. Okay? Now, guys, did you like this activity? Tell me #yes or #no. I would love to know. #yes, #no. Okay? Let's see. Did you like this activity? And if you're watching the replay, you can participate, you know? Now, guys, let's move on. Let's keep rolling. So Lucido says yes. Awesome. I'm not here alone. Just thinking to myself, nobody liked it. Oh my God. Okie dokie. Oh, I love the next practice. It is really nice. And people on Instagram, there will be an activity very shortly, the listening. If you're here on Instagram, you will not listen. Go to my stories, the link is there. Then come to YouTube so that you can listen to the audio that I prepared for you. Now, guys, your second practice, remember, it's integrated. Integration. combination. This is also something that, let's say you want to travel abroad to study. Maybe you want to do a master's degree in Canada or in the United States or in Australia. Did you know that you need to do IELTS or TOEFL or Cambridge to get there? And in part of these examinations, you have integrated exercises. That's why in my methodology, I like to work with this integration, because I know that if you decide one day to take a test, a certification test, you will need to think of this integration, because the exercises in those tests, they always combine different English skills. So the second practice, is to read and listen to your grammar, okay? As I told you, grammar is everywhere. This is what I do with my babies in my program, in the academy, in the lessons. They learn grammar, but then they will see this grammar being used in what they read, in what they listen, and in the speaking exercises they do, because it is very important to combine everything, okay? So let's say you watched the grammar, you watched the lesson, you wrote examples like you did right now. Good job. Now it's time to do more. Now here's the tricky part, okay? Pay attention. Let's say you chose second conditional. During the lesson, when you're watching an explanation or reading an explanation, the teacher, I don't know who the teacher is, okay? Let's say you're watching my video. I will give you some examples of situations when you're going to use that grammar point. Based on that grammar, based on the examples, situations that the video gives you, then you can try to find something to read or something to watch that may contain a little bit of that grammar. Of course, that you will not find an article or a video that only uses that grammar point. Of course not. But you're getting closer. It's nice because you can have a different focus. When you read something, you can try to find second conditional, in this case, in this example. If you're listening to something, you can try to identify the conditional or the simple past or the future or the other grammar point you found. So you see, integration. You're not just reading something in English. You're paying attention. You're focusing. Is there like a present perfect here? Is there a phrase in the present perfect? Did I hear present perfect or simple past or whatever grammar lesson you decided to watch or to study? You are changing your focus. You are using your time smart. That's what you need to do. And here you can see a screenshot. I did this process today. I went on Google and I typed, what would you do if you had $1 million? Then I saw many results. And then I don't see in all the article the structure of conditional. But I know that this article is about that. And there will be some phrases that use the second conditional. And I am immersing in the subject, connecting the grammar with something else. I practiced my ideas. What would I do if I had $1 million? Now I'm reading someone, in this case is Terry Becker, okay? That's the name of the author. I'm reading about what he would do if he had $1 million, or maybe what his opinion is about this question. So I am practicing grammar. Again, I'm not asking you to do grammar exercises. So you see, grammar doesn't need to be boring. Grammar can be interesting if you know how to connect grammar with your life, with the most important person watching this video. Now, let's say you're going to listen. I prepared a listening practice for you. Based on what we're talking about now, you will listen to a very short video, a short audio clip. It's the video. You will watch a video. And the guy is answering the question. Well, what would you do if you had $1 million? So tell me, are you ready to listen? Are you ready to do the exercise? Tell me here #yes or #no, okay? People on Instagram, I told you, come to YouTube, go on my stories. There is a link there in my stories, and then you can come here, okay? So, hashtag yes, hashtag no. Let me know if you're ready to do the listening exercise, because you need to take notes. Because I want to know the answer, right? Because you need to tell me, because I'm working on your listening. Remember, integration, okay? Let's see, Marie's ready. Come on, people, focus. Who is ready? Okay, I see some answers. Good, good. So I'm going to play the audio clip now.
How about you now? What would you do?
Besides two chicks at the same time?
Well, yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing, huh?
I would relax. I would sit on my ass all day. I would do nothing.
I will play it one more time. Twice more, okay?
Well, what about you now? What would you do?
Besides two chicks at the same time?
Well, yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing, huh?
I would relax. I would sit on my ass all day. I would do nothing.
Okay, now I'm gonna play one more time and I have to listen to because I don't remember the answer, to be honest. Okay, so let's play one more time.
Well, what about you now? What would you do?
Besides two chicks at the same time?
Well, yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing, huh?
I would relax. I would sit on my ass all day. I would do nothing.
Okay. So, what would the guy do? Remember, Irina, you're not talking about yourself. You're talking about the man. So you can't say I would do. You have to say he, because you're talking about the guy, okay? So I want to see the answers, okay? There are two specific answers here. He would do two things. What are the two things he would do? Two. Well, maybe three, but okay, let's focus on two. I want to see your answer. Post answers here. People on Instagram couldn't hear because the exercise is only possible to be listened to on YouTube, okay? But now I'm waiting for some answers. I want to see the answers, okay? Because it's integrated. I'm teaching you how to work on your English to become independent so that you can work on grammar in a more efficient and exciting way. So that's the gist of it, okay? So I'm waiting for your answers, all right? So Irina says he would relax. Yes, that's one part. What is the other part, okay? He would totally relax. But I want more. There's more, okay? Now, guys, the next thing, very important thing, we wrote, we read, we listened. Well, now you gotta talk, okay? Okay, that's No, Alexandre, he was not talking about his future. You didn't understand the exercise, okay? He would do nothing, okay? He would do nothing. Very well, or he wouldn't do anything, okay? If you want to say wouldn't, just relax. I want to see the exact words he uses, okay? Check my stories, people on Instagram, then you will see the link. Nice, very well. Now, guys, speak your grammar. Practice number 3. We are still focusing on the same subject, second conditional. You watched a lesson, you wrote examples, you read something, you listened to something. Well, now you gotta talk about it. That's it. You can't just write. Do you want to be confident? Do you want to go anywhere, anytime? Do you want to talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime? You have to prepare yourself. Now it is time to speak. But teacher, I don't have anybody. I get it. But when I started learning English, I didn't have anyone either to practice English speaking with me. But I had a speaking regimen. I had the habit of practicing my English speaking alone, and that helped me be here today. So if you want to change the future of your English, you gotta start practicing your English speaking, even if you are alone. So this would be a moment for you to include grammar in your routine and speaking. So here you could orally answer this question. Keep a diary, an audio diary. Oh, okay, I'm going to answer this question. What would you do if you had $1 million? Let's imagine I'm going to practice. Well, it would be great to have $1 million. So if that happened to me, I would be very excited and I would probably buy myself a Porsche. And then with the rest of the money, I would probably save some, invest some, and then I would travel, maybe take a week off and see something nice, a beautiful city, or go to the beach. So that's what I would do if I had $1 million. Finished. And I practiced my English speaking today. But what if I make mistakes? That's not the focus. The focus is not the mistake. The focus is the habit. You need to develop the habit of speaking English. Otherwise, you're never going to feel ready. You're only going to have a lot of lessons and lessons and lessons, but you will never have the courage to talk to someone. Okay? So this is why this practice is so important. It is the habit that will make you a successful English speaker. Okay? Now, why follow these 3 grammar practices? Why am I here to give you these grammar practices? Because what happens to many students is they study a lot of grammar, but they focus too much on the rules and doing exercises, only exercises from books. And that can be boring and frustrating because you're not connecting your life with the lesson, with the English lesson. And if you want to build the confidence to talk to people, if you want to become an independent English speaker, you need to show your brain a practical way to use that grammar lesson. And that is only going to happen if you connect grammar with your life. If you build better habits, better study habits, and as a result, these habits, these successful habits, will help you change your emotions. When your emotions change, when your habits change, you become unstoppable. You go anywhere, anytime. You may feel a little nervous because we're human beings. We always feel emotions, but you have the tools. You have the strategies, okay? Now, what happens if you follow the wrong practice? What would happen, okay? And nobody gave me the answer, the exact answer. He would relax and do nothing. He said something. He would relax. That's the answer, okay? But I would like to have seen these specifics, but it's okay. It's fine. You can watch the replay and do it again. Now, what happens when you follow the wrong practice? You start to feel that grammar is too difficult. My God, grammar is difficult. I can't learn. And because of that, you associate this difficulty with English. No. English is too difficult. Why? You're following the wrong practice. You are building bad habits. And because of that, you feel that English is too difficult. Wrong habits will lead you to wrong mentality, bad emotions. You will feel frustrated because of the mistakes you make, because you're focusing too much on mistakes. You're not focusing on communication. Remember, fluency is communication, not perfection. If you follow the wrong grammar practice, you may feel like you can never explain your ideas well, because this is why the integration is so important. It's not just about vocabulary. Oh, I don't know the right words. It's about grammar, okay? If you don't follow the right study habit, the right practices, you will feel like it's never possible for you to express your ideas. And this is connected with grammar. As a result, you will feel afraid to speak English. You will feel like, I can't express my ideas. I can't tell my story. Why? Because you are following the wrong habit, the wrong study, the wrong grammar study habit, okay? Now, In some cases, in some really bad cases, you may stop working on grammar altogether and focus on other skills. Oh, let me listen. Listening will help me. Oh, let's work on vocabulary. It's easier. And ignore grammar. And that will only slow you down. So this is the danger, the risk of following the wrong practice. You will lose motivation, feel bored, like, grammar is too boring and difficult. No grammar. Let's focus on vocabulary, listening. That'll help me. And that will only slow you down. And you will feel insecure, another emotion. You will feel insecure about your ability to speak English. And that will happen, and that may cause you to feel stuck at a job interview, or when you're traveling and you're going through immigrations, you will be super nervous because you will not feel confident about just answering basic questions. Okay? These are all things connected with emotions. That's why I always tell my students in my program, learning English is not only about learning lessons, more lessons, more lessons. It's about the mental attitude, confidence, emotions, understanding how you feel, and working on strategies that will help you connect with emotions, your memories, things that are important to you, so that you build up the confidence and the language strategies to go anywhere, to become unstoppable, okay? Now, that being said, the wrong way to do it, let's just a quick review based on what you saw in this lesson. The wrong way to follow this, to follow a grammar study routine is to only focus on grammar drills. What is a grammar drill? I don't have the book so easily for me to find, but only answering exercises from books, okay? Can you do that? Yes, but only that is really bad for you, okay? You need to integrate, okay? And watch this lesson again if you want to understand what that is. Watching a grammar lesson the wrong way, wrong. You watch the grammar lesson and poof, nice, I did a good job. No, only watching the grammar lesson will not change your life. Integration. You have to do a little more, okay? So remember, integration means I watch the lesson and I do something more with other English skills. So the wrong way to do this is only watching a lesson and, okay, good job, me. No, okay? And the next thing that is really wrong, not being intentional with your grammar practice. Today, I did a grammar practice with you. I didn't teach you many rules or things. I was more intuitive with the grammar lesson, and you gave me some good answers. You participated. There was an intention. There was an intention. I made you play with your imagination. I made you dream. That is very powerful. Because when we dream, when we connect our English practice with an emotion, with something important, like building your company, like helping people in Ukraine, or traveling around Asia, stop working because that's your dream. I'm connecting the grammar with the most important things in your mind. So powerful. That's much better, a much better way to learn. There is an intention with your practice. That's what you need to do. But if you don't do it, if you don't have an intention, let me just study a simple past thing, a lesson about simple past. What is your intention? Maybe something special happened to you. And then you can talk about that. That's powerful. That's how you learn grammar, connecting it with your life. That's how you're going to be successful. That's how you're going to achieve independence. Whee! Now, the right way to do it. Follow the integrated study practice. This will help you tremendously, okay? Be intentional with your practice. That's how you're going to be successful. And finally, some steps for you to help you be a little bit more organized, okay? So first, choose a grammar point. Watch a lesson about it. Remember, be intentional about the grammar. It's not just a grammar point. It has to be intentional. In my academy, all the lessons are focused on a theme, on a subject. They have the grammar, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is the experience, the memory, the critical thinking, opinion, memory association. That's what my method is about. Watch a lesson about it. Understand situations when you're going to use that grammar point. Then it's time to integrate, read, listen, write about what you listen, write about what you read, and finally, speak. These are the habits of fluent English speakers. If you want to be fluent, if you want to be independent, to travel, to have a job interview, to make friends, to flirt, to watch the news, to watch movies, you have to think of the integration, okay? So in this practice, step number 5 will be to speak your grammar. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If possible, make sure to share this lesson with your friends. Other than that, people on Instagram, if you want to do the listening, come to YouTube, okay? But for today, it is over. Wednesday, we come again, okay? I'll be here on Wednesday again. People on YouTube, thank you so much. On Wednesday, I'll be back with another live lesson for you. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.